guys will never guess what Uncle Casey was doing last night. Well, Uncle Casey, did you sit outside by your pool staring at the night stars? No, although the fall weather was definitely nice enough to do that, and it damn sure would have been a better way to spend my time. It's also the only way I could have seen stars last night because I damn sure did not see any stars on the pretend basketball court. Last night, me and my wife actually watched Game 1 of the WNBA Finals. Now, I know, it's shocking. I have received a lot of emails this week telling me how much the on-court product has improved in the WNBA dump. I've also received a lot of emails explaining why WNBA players are entitled to significant raises. How can you say that Caitlin Clark doesn't deserve millions? What about Sophie Cunningham? What about Angel Reese? Angel's a huge star! Let me take a moment to clear up this misconception. I thought this was understood, but it's my fault for not clarifying this. When I say WNBA players are not worth millions of dollars, I'm not talking about Caitlin Clark. I'm not talking about Sophie Cunningham. Hell, Angel Reese is significantly underpaid. There are a handful of players in the WNBA who deserve million-dollar contracts. Key word, deserve. The problem Kathy Engelbert is having, she knows the vast majority, the overwhelming majority of players in this dump of a league, they are not worth that kind of money. Those are the players that I'm referring to when I'm talking about WNBA players. I know it's mean, I know it sounds harsh, but the truth is harsh. The truth can often be mean. Clearly, I am not the only one who believes this. I know a lot of WNBA fans are saying publicly, these elite athletes are worth millions. But their actions do not match their words. And their actions proved last night they do not believe WNBA players are worth millions of dollars. I wanted to watch the game last night because I wanted to give the WNBA another chance. I'll be honest with you. Before last night, I had not watched a single second of the WNBA since Caitlin Clark's injury. When the Roo from Waterloo isn't playing, I see no reason to waste my time watching elite free throw missing. But I wanted to give the WNBA another chance. Since this is the WNBA Finals, since these are supposedly the two best teams in the league, since AJ Wilson is playing and I'm constantly told that AJ is the best basketball player on the planet. Now, I'm not sure which planet, but the media is constantly telling me that AJ is the icon of icons. But my name is Asia.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
I figured with the two best teams in the league fighting for the most coveted prize in sports, the Platinum Pooper, I figured there was absolutely no way this game wouldn't be entertaining. And look. I'll give them credit, and I'm being serious when I say this. The game last night was competitive. One of the unknowns from the Phoenix Masculines, she was achieving the impossible in the first half. She was shooting and making threes. They were tied at the end of the first quarter as both teams were giving everything they had to become the first team to earn the rights to use the newly designed pooper. As we got to the end of the first half with the Masculines up by 5, I kept thinking to myself, something is missing. How can this game be this highly competitive, yet I'm still bored out of my mind? But I was willing to complete the mission. I was willing to sit through the second half, hoping the quality of entertainment improved. Like I said, I was willing to give the WNBA a chance. But there was just one problem, one tiny problem. My wife said, "No mas." My wife looked over to me at halftime and said, "Can we watch Blind as Love on Netflix? This game sucks." Ladies and gentlemen, that is the biggest obstacle for the WNBA. It's not me who gets portrayed as public enemy number one. The biggest obstacle for make-believe basketball, women do not find it compelling. My wife loves basketball. She has been counting down the days to the NBA regular season. She will watch all 82 games. But with the WNBA, she can't seem to find the interest. Clearly, she is not the only one, because there were plenty of empty seats in Las Vegas last night, even though the WNBA was essentially giving away tickets for free. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. So going to get to the sponsor for today's video, my good friends at Sugar Mountain Trading. One of my channel members reached out to me a couple of weeks ago and thanked me for linking him up with Sugar Mountain Trading. Woke up one Friday morning with back pain and had to drive several hours that day to a friend's wedding. He applied some CBD lotion from Sugar Mountain. 15 minutes later, back pain was gone. My wife also deals with nagging back pain. Tried over-the-counter stuff, chiropractor, but none of that ever works. Within 10 minutes of me applying CBD oil from Sugar Mountain Trading, my wife's pain is gone. I'm telling you, the stuff is damn near magical. My wife keeps a small bottle in her purse at all times. Sugar Mountain Trading also offers CBD bar soap that will keep you pain-free and smelling fresh at the same time. Bar soap comes in a variety of scents ranging from lavender all the way to cherry almond. More importantly, all CBD products offered at Sugar Mountain Trading, 100% natural, 100% free of THC. So click the link in the description below. Use my promo code BTL20. Save 20% off your first purchase with Sugar Mountain Trading. Around 10:30 yesterday morning, an account named Legion Hoops on Twitter released an update on ticket prices for the WNBA Finals. If you were in Las Vegas last night, and the $100 tickets to see Alanis Morissette were out of your budget, or the $5 blackjack table was too expensive for your taste, Uncle KC has some great news. You could witness the elite athleticism that's only offered in the WNBA. You could witness the two best teams in pretend basketball valiantly fighting for their rights to the Platinum Pooper for $35. Tickets for Game 1 of the WNBA Finals were selling for $35. An hour before tip-off, I checked, tickets had fallen below $30. Seats near courtside selling for $200. Wait a minute. I thought WNBA players were worth millions of dollars. I thought WNBA players were claiming that they're the reason business is booming. Caitlin Clark isn't responsible for our growth. The WNBA is more than just one player. How come people weren't willing to spend money to see the Phoenix Masculines and the Las Vegas Anonymous Faces? Well, KC, there's a logical explanation for this. The WNBA is a family event. Pretend basketball is for everyone. The WNBA wanted to be sure that tickets were affordable for families. Yeah, that's just not how business works. If Caitlin Clark was playing in the WNBA Finals, hell, if the Indiana Fever made it to the Finals this year and Caitlin Clark was not playing, I guarantee you, tickets would be selling for thousands of dollars. The reason ticket prices were so low for Game 1 last night, there is a complete lack of interest in this series. And the reason there's a complete lack of interest is because there are no stars. The media can claim all they want that A'ja Wilson is a star. The media can claim all they want that A'ja Wilson is a mainstream draw. The ticket prices say otherwise. A'ja Wilson could not sell out Game 1 of the WNBA Finals at home. While I was watching the game last night, I noticed dozens of empty seats in the lower bowl. The announced attendance was just over 10,000 in an arena that seats 12,000. This is exactly what I am talking about when I say WNBA players aren't worth millions of dollars. Like I told you guys the other day, the media is conveniently overlooking the most revealing statement from Napheesa Collier's press conference. The media is focusing on the outrage. The media is focusing on the disdain that WNBA players have towards Kathy Engelbert. They want to focus on what Kat Engelbert said about Caitlin Clark. They want to focus on what Kat said about other WNBA players. These unknown players in our league, they should be thanking their lucky stars. Obviously, Kat's comments about Caitlin Clark were absolutely ridiculous, but she was absolutely right about the unknown players in this league being lucky to be there. But the media is conveniently overlooking the most revealing statement. When it comes to overpaying unknown players, Napheesa Collier admitted that Kathy Engelbert is worried about sustainability. She's worried about the growth of the WNBA being an illusion. Where have I heard that before? You know, if it were up to Kathy Engelbert, I'm sure she would be more than willing to pay Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, Angel Reese, even the Golden State Vikings, who are a massive draw in the city of rainbows. I'm sure Kat would be willing to pay the entire roster in Indiana. The problem is, she can't pick and choose who she pays millions of dollars to. If Caitlin Clark gets millions, then A'ja Wilson gets millions. And only one of them is worth millions. It's really that simple. WNBA fans can claim all they want that the players are worth the money, but their actions tell me they don't believe that. Because if they did, Game 1 of the WNBA Finals, it would have been sold out and tickets would be selling for hundreds of dollars and thousands of dollars for good seats. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys later.